Welcome, everybody. This is the Brain Stew podcast. This is what we decided just barely 2 seconds ago. To my right is the always beautiful Sawyer Champagne.
Always.
Right directly in front of me is the magnificent monotone Alan Champagne.
I'm not sure whether to slap you or say thank you, but we'll go with it.
Yeah. And to my left, the not so very Mexican Mexico. Or Dustin.
Who doesn't get a real name here.
Sorry, for me he's Mexico. For everyone else he's Dustin. It depends on who you like, or what you like. We're gonna start. So, what is this podcast about? Who the heck are we? What are we doing in your ears right now, other than being really comforting and beautiful and warm to the ears? We're basically four friends that have known each other for too long and hate life and are very grumpy. Some of us more than others, right? And, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They can't see, but Sawyer is pointing at Alan. We're not on video. Anyways, so basically we're going to get together each week at this wonderful doomsday house, this wooden log cabin that many of us think murderers could be at. We're going to talk.
Could be at. They are at.
Yeah. If you include me in there, yes. So it's about us talking about our lives, about the things we notice. It's talking about entertainment, video games, all that random jazz. So we're going to start the show off with a wonderful question. What video games, guys, are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, shoot. How about anything that doesn't suck?
Anything that doesn't suck.
Yeah.
This year, what do you think? Soy, anything?
Well, as of a week from today, there's Evolve.
Evolve. Why Evolve? Why is this the game?
Because it looks amazing. It's the Left 4 Dead guys.
Yeah.
So it's the your team battle, but you're four guys against one monster, and the monster's a dude too, and so it's just amazing.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool what I've seen. I don't know. I haven't seen...
Well, I put some time into the beta myself.
Nice.
I might be like level 20-something. I don't know. I lost count after 5. All I know is being the monster takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I like to whoop real people. There's no better way than doing it in a behemoth suit. It's pure utter annihilation.
Yeah.
A little bit of strategy, a little hunt.
Compared to Left 4 Dead, what... Is it better?
Oh, talk about like being the tank with everybody else's moves.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's not like you die every 5 seconds. This one gives you like heartfelt battle for like 20 minutes straight.
So as the monster, do you feel like super hulked out? Like what was that stupid monster? Not zombie. The big giant thing in Left 4 Dead. Yeah, the tank. Does it feel like Tank? Or even better than Tank? Do you feel like super
it depends.
strong?
Depends, because they get stages.
Oh, so it's like it's growing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that little monster, the little dinosaurs you used to put water on when you were a kid.
Oh yeah, exactly like that. That was exactly. Yeah. I mean, you sprinkle a little bit on, and he's gremlins, man, popping all over the place. No, like you catch him in stage 1, guy's easy.
Yeah.
Bowl him over. He panics. You just shoot him in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
Is the game, so how does it work? Does it switch every time? You know what I mean? Like, do you switch the monster every time he dies? No. The match is over when the monster's either dead, or he kills everybody, or he destroys the power core. Gotcha. Sounds sick.
Yeah. So the first part is kind of like cat and mouse.
Yeah.
Monster's running around, guys chasing him. He's trying to eat things and grow as fast as he can.
Okay.
Basically, it's one of those games where if you suck at it, you're going to die no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, if you got 4 good, decent people, they're going to take down the monster.
Yeah.
Unless the monster's just been playing a lot longer than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed in the beta. I'd be playing, and you'd get somebody who's really good as a monster, and he'd just kick your trash for like 6 rounds straight, and you're like, this is ridiculous.
This blows.
That's what, once you get the achievements level up, man, I just stop playing and let him kill me.
I wonder if it's a game that it's like you'll enjoy it as much as your team is good. Does that make sense? Like if your team blows.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
And especially since each of the roles is so, they all play a part.
Yeah.
Like if you get a trapper that sucks, that match is probably not going in your favor.
Yeah.
You can pull through with 3 other strong guys, but yeah. I've done more than my fair share of cursing at individuals.
I foresee lots of rage quit in this game.
Yeah.
People are chucking controllers through TVs. It's like the Wii epidemic.
Yeah.
Except intentional.
Several TVs lost in the Battle of Evolve.
I'm thinking anyone who solo queues is going to solo queue as a monster, though. Because they're not going to be stupid enough to try to go with random people who are most likely suck.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to play, you're going to want to win, so you're going to try to get your buddies in there who are pretty decent, and maybe one extra person if you don't have that fourth.
Yeah.
If you're a loser.
So it's a game that, seriously, I mean, you need to be like very, I don't know, you need a team. So at least 5 or 4 players at least, and one, hopefully not too hard, but maybe hopefully hard.
Well, the bots
piece
are
of crap
okay.
monster. Are they?
Yeah, the bots are okay.
Okay.
And most of the time, they're better than most of the little kids, like the 12-year-olds that are playing.
Yeah.
That just want to, like, chat with people.
Yeah.
Come in, hey guys! It's like, dude, we're shooting monsters here.
Yeah. Well, it was like Left 4 Dead when you would be the zombies or whatever, and you're like sneaking up. I'm like, am I gonna kill Mexico? You have the smoker. You're about to shoot the stupid thing, and then all of a sudden, randomly, the bot turns around. You know, you're dead. You're like, my gosh, these bots are stupid.
Yeah,
you know, they're harder than the stinking
Yeah,
humans.
they shoot you like 3.5 miles away with a shotgun. And
You're like, how is this possible? Those are beautiful robots.
It's the same thing. Like, they get the robot's the healer, best healer in the world. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's making one dude invincible the whole entire time. He can switch like this.
Yeah.
He'll be a monster, and he can't like just smacking people and then getting back up like Lazarus himself is right there.
Dude. So Evolve. That's a good one. That's what Sawyer's waiting for. Alan, are you evolving? Or what's
I'm evolving.
That's the one, huh?
It is. This is my late birthday present.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
When's the last time you had a video game, my friend?
Like, actually paid for one?
Yeah, I actually paid for one.
Ooh, that's a... Oh, I bought Destiny.
Destiny.
I did buy Destiny.
Dude, I didn't know you were going to Destiny yet. Do you like it?
It's redundant.
Once you put
Isn't like any
5
of
hours
those
in.
online things redundant? That's
Yeah.
my problem with MMOs or online stuff. It's a lot of redundancy.
But I guess the redeeming point is you can, like, Call of Duty it, fight
Yeah.
people back and forth, but even that is like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, my dude is a bruiser. I like to punch people.
Yeah.
Then you get the guys like yourself when we used to play Halo back in the day with the shotgun.
Yeah.
I'd be like
Blasting
charging mid-charge, my one-hit kill, and then all of a sudden, blast!
people. Yeah.
Cheapest
Done.
thing in the world. Take my high right down to the ground. It was like,
Yeah, bruiser down.
and that's when you just turn off the console and walk away.
Mexico, what's your game? Game of the year.
You know,
There's a, I
we
think there's a lot
we
of
mentioned
good ones.
something about the last time Alan bought a game.
Yeah.
I have a really nice Xbox where it gives me free video games.
Free video games.
So let's see. I got a pre-order for Evolve for free. It just kind of popped up in my queue. Just started downloading itself. So
Wait, it just randomly is giving you games?
just randomly.
I don't know.
I don't
What-
know.
How to trade?
where did,
I think Microsoft fell in love with me.
where did they give you this Xbox One?
Well, we probably spent
GameStop.
enough money where they said we'd give it back.
So what free game are you looking forward to?
Probably Evolve.
Evolve.
That'll be
Man,
time
you
over
guys
for a
are
little
all
while.
rocking the Evolve.
Yeah, well,
As
Go
you
ahead,
as
share.
you all know, I am off the Xbox, which is sad, kind of. You know, I miss it a little bit. But I'm now a Nintendo guy. So as a Nintendo guy, I'm forced to Nintendo ideas, right?
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, no.
Good game.
But I bet it is a good game.
I have it.
You have
I
it.
do.
You have a Wii U.
I do.
This is my new friend. Sawyer.
good, you can hear it.
Your only friend.
Screw you guys. So, yeah. My game of the year, I mean, if it comes out this year, is Zelda. The new Zelda looks sick. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
No.
It's basically, it looks like Oblivion with Zelda skin. It's sexy. It's beautiful. I want some of that in my life.
Okay, but here's the problem.
Yeah.
Haven't we done this enough?
The Zelda.
Both Oblivion and
Oblivion
Zelda.
and Zelda.
Don't get me wrong, I'll play Skyrim every time I can get a chance.
Yeah.
Even if I have to dig out that 360 from the box, I'll probably play it tonight now that I've thought about it. But
It's
still,
beautiful. Well, if you love it that much, why have we done it enough? I don't know. I think I like those games still. But the thing with Zelda, probably maybe it has been done too much. You know what I mean? You got the dungeons, you got the bosses at the end of everything. You get a heart, you're all happy, glowiness, and leave. So I hope they switch it up. And it looks like they're going to, because before you had like an open world, right? But all you could do is like, you would have to go through a load zone and then you're in a different place. You know what I mean? So it's like an open world, but it's not, you know? Well, this one is like, you go anywhere, you do whatever the frick you want. And it's not linear like all the Zeldas, a lot of the Zeldas, not the really old ones, but you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't go through a certain
forced progression.
Yeah, like you're not forced to do crap. So I don't know. I think that is a cool idea. I mean, it's nothing new for Xbox or PlayStation owners, but for like a Nintendo guy, that's something, right? You're like, woo, Skyrim on Nintendo. It's like, I need this. You know what I mean? I need that in my life.
Oh, it's about time you got a bone. I mean, you've been holding on for a while.
See? That's what I'm saying. Anyways, that's what I'm excited for. 3 Evolves and 1 Zelda.
Well, we got to throw a couple more heavy hitters
out.
Yeah,
so what else do we got?
Kingdom Hearts, I think, is still release date is for sometime this year.
Yeah.
I believe.
Hopefully.
But dead horse.
Oh my gosh, Kingdom Hearts, dude. I don't get Kingdom Hearts at all. Like, I loved playing it on PlayStation 2, right? And I remember borrowing it from you guys and like, this is an awesome game.
Number 1, right?
I think so.
Number 1.
Yeah, I think it's the first
Because
one.
I tried number 2 and I'm lost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was the first one because it was the one you guys had. This was like forever ago, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, and so I'm like, I loved it then. And now, like, there's like all these 0.15s, 2.3s, land of the mystical Jews. I don't know what's going on. There's so many things. Like, I'm really confused of like, what is, where is this at? So I like.
I actually had this conversation with my little brothers last week. And was it you that informed me? Somebody was wikiing the garbage out of it.
Really?
It might have been Storm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even he couldn't explain it to me.
Yeah.
He did like 9 days of research, watched all the cinematics back to back.
Trying to explain this story, yeah.
Exactly. And I don't get left from right.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Number 1 was beautiful. They should have just killed it.
But the third one looks cool, what I've seen. And I believe in those guys, although if it's made by the Final Fantasy team or any of those guys, not so
Let's
much.
be honest, Square Enix has kind of gone down.
Yeah, super down the
toilet.
hill. It's not PlayStation 2 anymore. It's like, woo.
Yeah.
It's ugly.
Nintendo.
Yeah, no.
No.
Not even close. But, it's gross, and I don't know. But I'm excited to see that brand, like, on a console again. Like, I'm excited to see that it's doing something again. At least.
It's not like another Final Fantasy.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 13 is the first Final Fantasy I played, which is probably a sin, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And it's
to some degree.
because it sucks, kind of. Like, I mean, it's good at parts, but like the first one, it's like a 30-minute tutorial. Like, it's still giving you 30-hour tutorial, you know what I mean? Like, holy crap, do I need to learn these things 30 hours later in this game? That's like that's as long as like 3 Halo campaigns.
No.
They explained it in 1 minute.
No, it was like the cutscenes, man. I didn't even finish. You'd be walking, hey, 20 steps, cutscene.
Yeah.
20 more steps. You literally just walk 20 steps.
Yeah.
No change in environment. Still a grass path.
Yeah.
Another cutscene.
Same thing with Gears of War. I hated Gears of War 3 by that point because I was like, oh my gosh, do we have to hold our ear like this and talk in slow walking every second? Like, where are you guys at? I'm over here, Bob. It's like, oh my gosh, move. It's an action game.
Monsters are going to kill us.
We're just hanging around talking. How many cutscenes do we need? Not that much. Like, we can. Gears of War, give me a break. Like, it's an okay story, but I don't need a cutscene every second. I mean, I'm here to fight. Not
chainsaw somebody in half.
Exactly. That's what we're here for. We're not here for some random emotional moment. So I don't know. I don't get those things. But hopefully that game rocks. Referring not to Final Fantasy, the new one. That one's coming out. But, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Other big hitters. We got the new.
You want me to bring the MMO out?
Yeah, give me some MMO. Because I don't get that as much.
Yeah. Been jamming the beta. EverQuest next. This is my inner geek.
Yeah.
Why are you holding your heart? Mexico's
I'm having a heart
dying.
attack.
It better be a good heart attack.
I remember fistfights breaking out in my house over EverQuest, the original.
Really?
Well, there you go.
We would get so into that game. You get the tap on the back of the shoulder, your time's up. F you. Fistfights.
Okay,
Beautiful.
so imagine this. Same guys, bringing back the concept. It's now completely open world. They spun up the Minecraft thing. Everything's destructible. You're building things. You're crushing things. Whole new style. There's no legitimate classes. Whereas you're not going to be structured to, hey, all the plate guys looking for the same gear when you're in the late game rating. Everybody can use everything. But the classes that you do get, or the styles that you play, will affect the way you use the gear. Now it's more like hack and slash. You're not going to be button spamming.
Yeah.
You're not going to be pressing 1 to heal in the raid or doing some clicky with your UI all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even now tanking, you're not going to taunt a guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the real world, you're not going to sit at somebody and be like, hey man, your pants are down. Your fly's down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom's fat. You know, it doesn't work. You're going to get hit, but he's going to move on and crush the guy who stole his wallet anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time, you got to physically, your guy's going to have to physically stand in the way and take the blows of whoever's there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, a little more realistic.
Yeah, a little more different, yeah.
Innovative.
Yeah. And right now, they're made a new thing called Landmark, which is the beta test for all of... Sony recently just changed their name, so now they're Daybreak something? I don't know.
Huh.
Changed like last week. Whole new hands, but I guess they're going to go multi-platform is what the big thing is now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something. But made a mixing ground. So you pay $20, now you get pretty much instant access to all their betas in the future.
Gotcha.
We're talking all the guys that do free-to-play MMOs. This is going to be free-to-play as well.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
Sweet graphics, sweet gameplay. And they're bringing back the EverQuest lore. The books are cheesy. I don't really care. I'm not a fantasy guy myself.
Yeah.
Read them if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Yeah.
Most likely don't.
Or don't. That's. But right now, at least you can shoot plants. Sawyer and I, we dabbled in there a weekend. We're really cheap. We figure a couple of exploits. I'm sure everybody else has too.
Yeah.
It's EverQuest guys, so they tend to be older, I should say. Or
Yeah, just because they probably started off when it came out, which they're older fans, especially
in the
if
90s.
if you're doing like beta. These aren't like World of Warcraft guys. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not going to deal with the little dude who's going to grief you all the time.
Yeah.
Find out he's some pimple-faced guy around the block. No, these are old guys, and the downfall is they tend to take their role play a little seriously.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, if you're holding on that long, there's got to be something going on.
I mean, you got guys that are like Lord Elderfire, and they carry this to their email address, business cards, and they think they're an elf. I don't know.
God bless them.
They are the Lord Elder.
If you're listening to this podcast, we love you guys.
Yeah. Lord Elderfire, here's to you, man. Props, but
let's be honest, no one's listening to this podcast, but if you're there, we love you.
Yeah. I gotta say, the one thing that really, really like gets me excited about the game, is I was watching the video and the devs are describing it, and the one point where he said, and if this guy decided to blow up the bridge right now, he would wipe the whole raid. That just like spoke to me in my inner D-bag, because I so would.
You're like, that's me.
Yep.
I'm that guy.
That was Sawyer, by the way.
So if that ever happens to you guys, there we go.
blame him.
I'll take the blame.
Sawyer's email is... Just kidding. Other big hitters, we got Halo, of course, which is coming out, which looks awesome. Don't know much about it, but the multiplayer looked cool. Did you guys try any beta with that stuff? Mexico? No?
It's basically like every other Halo.
Yeah.
That's
I hear it's like Halo...
With iron sights.
The movement... Yeah, the movement...
The iron sights were...
Halo,
were neat.
yeah, and the movement's different a little bit, right? Because everyone has the same movements. Is that any good?
It was fun, but again...
Didn't really change anything.
Halo reskinned.
Yeah.
Retooled a little bit.
Are you guys getting old of Halo?
It was
As a
old
brand?
way long ago.
Yeah.
Man. That was...
Well, now they're doing the transition from the hip-fire Halo, which is what it used to be, to the aim-down sight, which is every other shooter.
Exactly.
Call of Duty 10 and 11 and whatever.
Everything.
And so
Ever
it's
since
just
Call of Duty,
getting old.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people want to go back to that olden day shooter. You know what I mean? Like, people are still playing games like Counter-Strike and like Half-Life is like considered one of the best games ever. And I'm sure people would love to like go back to some of those old school methods. So maybe, hopefully it works out for them, but who knows? I mean, they've been trying to switch it up a couple times. I mean, 4 was similar. You get the, they had those what are those stupid things?
I don't know.
Equipment and all that crap. And same with Halo 3, the equipment. My favorites were the first and second for multiplayer, but I liked Reach and all those other ones too. But anyways, I don't know. So that's a big one. Call of Duty always comes out boring. Unless this, I don't even know if there is a new one that they have actually said yet, but I'm sure they will.
There's a new one somewhere.
Is there?
Whose year is it now? Is it Sledgehammer? I don't even remember.
No, Sledgehammer did Warfare, Advanced Warfare.
Did they?
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is, I don't even know. There's 3 of them.
Yeah,
taking
there's
turns,
3 doing things, just flipping through.
Not worth the time anymore.
Yeah.
I could go Blizzard fanboy on you guys.
Let's do some Blizzard and call
Okay,
this
so
one good.
Blizzard has Heroes of the Storm coming out,
Yeah.
which you can do their little buy into their closed beta right now.
Okay.
And it'll probably do the same thing as Smite did, where it goes into open beta and then just rolls into the real game.
Yeah.
Looks just like every other, just with Blizzard characters.
Gotcha.
And then they have Overwatch, which is their shooter.
Yeah, I
RPG.
saw some of that. It looked
I have no
interesting.
idea.
I just saw the video for it. It looked way different, at least video wise, but I don't know about actually video game wise.
From the people I've listened to talk about it, it sounds like it's kind of a MOBA, but first person shooter.
What is MOBAs, by the way? Give me
League
some
of Legends, Dota.
Like, what does it mean? What is a MOBA? Like,
Oh, that's a good question. I don't
Like,
think I actually
seriously.
know what the acronym stands for.
Mexico, look that up.
I thought it was just the.
But here, I saw some gameplay actually on. What's it
the
called?
Blizzard one?
Yeah. Again, this is forced into it. You gather
Yeah.
around, you share these things.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to bring up something. Anyway, we watched the video.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It looked like a mad shooter, but everybody's got, like, different perks.
Gotcha.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't really like the classic MOBA thing is like laning or driving a lane of people through all these towers to defense to destroy Nexus.
Yeah.
That tends to be the classic MOBA.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is more of like Call of Duty. You're on this map destroying each other.
Yeah.
No real other objectives that I saw in there.
Yeah.
Just a lot of fancy ways to smoke check other people.
Gotcha. I have no idea. MOBA.
MOBA is a multiplayer online battle arena.
Well, maybe it is a MOBA then.
Multiplayer online battle arena? How is that different than any
Sounds like it's
thing?
PvP oriented mostly.
Yeah, well,
Person versus person stuff. Okay. I don't know.
suppose.
Everyone says MOBA, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. Mostly because there's not a lot of MOBAs on consoles, and I don't do PC. I have a nice PC that doesn't do anything except for make videos on occasion. So that's it. Okay, so video games, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Let's take a break. We'll get back to some new things, some more stuff. We'll talk about TV. We'll talk about life crap. Yeah, and that is it. Music time. So, guys, a question to you. Why does great TV suck? And what I mean by this is, why in the frick do shows like Walking Dead? Okay, Walking Dead season 1 sucks, and at least the first part was really boring. I watched 3 episodes, right? Okay. Get into it, and I wait for, I don't know. So I watched 3 episodes. I stopped watching it. Okay. Same thing for like shows like New Girl. People are crazy about New Girl, right? I watched that for like 3 episodes in the beginning before it was popular, both of these, and they just aren't crap. And then later you get like some
the fan craze.
Yeah, like all the fans come in and they're like, "Dude, have you ever seen this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it blew."
Yeah.
It was really bad. Like, so Walking Dead, I was bored to death. You know what I mean? So what do you think?
Walking Dead, I think, is the setup.
Yeah.
It takes so long for them to build the story and build all the characters.
Yeah.
But by the time they're actually doing something, you had already lost interest.
Yeah, exactly.
I've read the comics.
Yeah.
And so when you're reading the comics, it's just boom, 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 you know.
Yeah.
They're on the road for a few pages, and then they're in the prison.
Yeah.
Killing zombies and shooting black guys in the head. And
well, compared to the material that it was, do you like the quick or do you like the slow?
I enjoy the comic more.
Yeah.
I'm still a fan of the television show,
uh-huh.
just because they're taking it in a different direction.
Yeah.
And I enjoy Robert Kirkman's writing.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a good job at making you feel for the characters, but then that build-up does take for a while sometimes.
Yeah. And that, there's just tons of shows that are like that. At least I feel like they keep appearing like that. I even thought Breaking Bad was like that, and it didn't hit me in the same way when I started it, and then later... fan craze again. Tons of people, especially on the last season, dude. Mm-hmm. Tons of people. This is the greatest show of all time. And I'm like, well, I didn't get me to this end. You know what I mean? If it's such a great show, why are we getting to the end? I don't know. People must be consistent. I don't know.
Then it's forced at the end.
Yeah.
Like, even if it had some substance, like, even I tried Walking Dead. I found it amusing, but now it's like, the only reason why I would watch again is to find out, do they ever kill these people? Because it's... I just want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sick and tired of them. It's like, somebody just put a spike in that crazy dude before he's redeemed, and then they go through the cycle again. They're on rinse repeat, and people are paying for this junk. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
what can you do to ratchet the tension up even more?
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes they just drag it out.
Yeah, I feel like these shows need to do something.
6 episodes, half a season or whatnot,
yeah.
of just boring, mind-boggling idiocy going on.
Yeah.
And then you get like 2 episodes that are like, 50 zombies got their brains split open.
And you're like, this is why the show is really good. You know, like... It's like you have these really bad or semi-good episodes, and then there's like these really like 10 out of 10 perfect episodes, and they're like, this is why it's the greatest show of all time.
Just draw you right back in.
See, maybe you're on to it.
Yeah, maybe.
They just stuck around for that, what is it, the silver lining, the golden episode, and then they're like, oh, it all makes sense. It was all worth it.
And I mean, not every show is great in the beginning. I know the pilot episodes are usually suck, you know, the beginning episodes. Like Seinfeld's pilot episode and their first season is really not very good, but I really like Seinfeld, and so does everyone usually, right?
Yep.
And so, I mean, I don't blame them, but it just seems like there's like these huge fans that just come all in, and later you're like, I don't know what the frick's going on.
Well, it's the fad thing.
Yeah.
It's just like the hipsters. Everybody wants to be the indie.
It's
the
like
first one on the trend.
Yeah, it's like a Hot Topic, Hot Topic, the clothing store. You know what I mean? Like,
it used to be a store for the more gothic people.
Yeah,
but now it's like Doctor Who and Walking Dead and all the
pop
culture.
Princesses. Which I mean, now it's like I guess Hot Topic is Hot Topic stuff now, which makes sense.
There you go.
Not like this podcast name. So I don't know. You know,
I blame the fans.
Yeah.
They make it for those people who are just going to eat it up.
That's true.
It is. It's
the
populace.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the fans want. So maybe I'm just not into it. Maybe I think they just need more punch in the beginning.
I don't know. They don't buy me, man.
Yeah.
I'll rebel.
We'll think about all these other shows, like The Community. You had to push through to get to where it started.
First season was pretty bad. Yeah. There was there was some good sprinkles, but definitely... Yeah.
They had a hiatus. There was a few good episodes, and then it all crumbles down, and yet everybody still thinks it's funny.
Yeah. Really, it's just like, there's a lot of shows like this. It's crazy. I wish there was just a show that started off good in the beginning. But I don't know. I mean, our actors are probably getting to know each other, and your writers are probably bouncing crap off each other, and then you just get better.
That's true.
With age.
Well,
so maybe I'm too harsh.
Californication, but you got to lower your standards.
I'm not lowering my standards. They're high, my friend. All right, Alan, specifically to you, but to all of us. When in the heck did you feel that you were old? When did you feel the first time in your life that you're old? We've known each other for a freaking long time. The only person I've known longer is Sawyer by like a month or a couple months.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it was okay. It was on and off. We have a love-hate. Love-hate, Sawyer.
Yeah, true.
It's more love now. It's getting there. That's what I'm talking about.
I retract my statement.
So, yeah. Anyways, I've known you a long time, and I feel like you've always been old. Like, I can't even remember the first time where this bloomed.
You know what? I was old since I had, like, self-realization. That was about when I had...
So you're about, like, let's see.
When I fought puberty at, like...
when you were 8 years old? That's a real man right
puberty?
there. Never. It's like, oh man, resist. Oh, all right. And then let the chest hair grow and stop shaving it, which didn't happen until I was in my 20s. But
you've had a clean chest for a long time. Not that I'm looking at your chest all the time.
It took a lot of effort, man.
I think we realized it when monotone Alan came to me. It was like, we're just like,
there it is.
Going blind.
There's something wrong here.
Starting to limp.
Yeah, like on the basketball court, just like limping out.
I don't know if I'm prone to injury or if I'm just fragile. I'm glad I haven't broken like anything serious. You can only break your nose so many
times. I'm surprised you made it to the military, personally. I mean, you have great physique. But you were dying. You're dying internally.
It's true. It's like... Join up a little late. Now I got these 18-year-old kids running by me, and they're like drinking a 6-pack and then running 3 miles just fine. So I have to like train all week and then wheeze one out, and there we go. No, definitely feeling my age and then some.
Well, you at least left your hair behind in the military.
I did leave my hair behind. Thank you for that.
What a jerk.
Brotherly love.
Now that I look in the pictures, the very few, I can see my hairline receding about 16.
That's where it happened. Huh?
I wasn't going to put it... Now everybody's going to look on the Facebook or a photo album and be like, oh, I do see that widow's peak creeping in there. Like, that's why I always glare all the time. Brings the hairline down.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
On my pictures, I look angry, but you know what? I look fantastic at the same time.
I do the opposite. My forehead's so large that you have to wrinkle it up.
Exactly.
Yours is so small, you go down.
Well, that's because I'm wearing a hat.
I gotta reach it up to my hair.
See, it's creeping up there.
I think you have more hair than I do, which is sad. You know?
Well, you're not setting the bar high.
It's gone downhill for me. That was one of the times. So that's when I thought that I was getting older. One of my first times, but also when I really thought I was getting older. Like, so I felt I was like, Alan's an old man. I was like, for me, I was like, I'm younger than that guy. But then,
it rubbed off.
But yeah, it either rubbed off or something.
Phrasing.
But
it's like moderator Mexico.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
Archer fans out there will get that joke.
Anyway, so for me, the first time that I, noticed it is like I was listening to the radio, right? Classic rock. And Green Day comes on. Oh my gosh. And I think to myself, when did Green Day become classic rock? Do you know what I mean?
That is the 90s. I had that same moment.
Oh my gosh.
Listening to Green Day on the radio
sad?
on a classic rock station.
Oh my gosh.
Like, no, that's not classic rock.
No, and like some kid came up to me and they're like, Green Day, classic rock. That's what you listen to. And I was like, you are gross. I'm going to slap you right now. That is not...
My pimp hand.
Yeah, it's coming out. We're backhanding this kid.
Like Journey and everything else. These guys are on crutches. And you throw Green Day, they're still smoking doobies and sleeping with chicks. They're in their prime.
Same with Aerosmith.
Well, good point. Or Rolling Stones.
There's so much plastic in that guy.
But like,
much a cyborg.
For me, like, classic rock, dude, that's like...
Boston,
70s, 60s, 50s, like really old crap, man.
I barely even lump the 80s in there now that I think about it.
Yeah,
because they're kind of like hair bands.
That's what I mean. Like 80s should start going into it. But when's Green Day's first album? Look it up, because I'm not sure.
Late 80s.
It's got to be late 80s, but maybe it's early 80s, and if so, we're effed. But the stuff they're playing, right?
It was 90s.
Yeah, the stuff they were playing is 90s. It's Hope You Had Your Time of Your Life, whatever that song is. Good Riddance, right? Okay, so how in the heck? That is like 94. It's got to be. Yeah. Like Dookie, right?
Yeah. Well, that was Nimrod.
Nimrod, which is even
further.
No, Dookie is older. You're older, right? And Nimrod's before that.
I got it right here.
Give me some info.
So 1990 was 39 and Smooth, their first album.
Okay.
Then Kerplunk in 92, Dookie 94. Nimrod wasn't even till 97. Insomniac was 95.
97, dudes.
Not even 20 years ago.
So let's see. Yeah, not even 20 years, and that is classic rock.
Yeah.
And they're not even an 80s band. They're go to 90s. That's the first.
Yep, 90.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
heard
work.
Matchbox 20 on there as well.
Yeah.
Another
Oh
90s
my
band
gross.
into the 2000s.
No, we
On
can't.
classic rock.
Yep.
Oh, that shit's
Yep.
sad.
Yeah, we
Was
can't
it
do
Sheryl
that.
Crow?
We can't do that.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The generation's gone.
Well, 90s. Why? Like we go. It's like we're even. I don't get it.
I think it's the
gross.
vengeance of the baby boomers. We've been calling them old and making fun of them for so long. They're like, you're getting yours. And
Maybe
bring it on early.
Yeah, maybe Green Day doesn't have a spot in the world anymore in music. Do you know what I mean? Because
Well, I'm gonna edge them out if they haven't already.
well, there's no punk anymore, dude. It's like punk is gone. Like that, I can.
But
think
they
of.
did the transition to out of it.
Music
That's
nowadays.
But it's mostly indie, right? Alternative indie, which is fine. And then you got heavy metal, and then you got your other stuff.
Hip-hop, rap.
Yeah, but popular wise, that's it. You know what I mean? Like the things we got in Utah radio, which isn't a lot, is like, like,
Just
yeah.
Imagine Dragons and what's her face, a little skinny country singer gone pop or whatever her name is. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's like, does Green Day have a place? Is that why they get classic rock? You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, no one wants to listen to you anymore.
Well, if you're not making people cry or getting ready for Friday night, like so many songs, you've been blacklisted.
Which is strange because they were high out of their mind and we're higher now, I think. So I don't know.
Time to join.
But
America.
that was my old moment. And then later when I lose my hair and I start thinning, I'm like, oh no.
Let's be
That
realistic.
was depressing.
Here. How much later are you talking about?
No, not
I
much
think
later.
we kind of saw it in the past when you did
you?
the little frohawk. That I'm not sure if your sisters
during
made
that
you do
during that time I actually did have hair, but
You did?
it's just recently.
But I think you were pulling it out every time.
I think so too. I combed it up so much, and now I have to do it this way.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's,
All that straightening and blow drying.
who would have thought that much care and tenderness in your hair that actually was the thing that killed it.
That's usually what happens. I'll tell you what. Death has come swift.
Yeah, they take the
my
things you
poor
care
hair.
about first. And
Yes. Balding people, man. That's the saddest moments of life.
At least we'll go down together.
No, I'm hoping for a cure. I don't know why there's not a cure for balding or the common cold. These two things need to be fixed before cancer.
You know what? I'm sure if you had enough money, they'd probably have a cure for both.
Yeah, well,
We'll never see
that's
that.
true. Yeah. Please give us money on Patreon. $1. Thank you. So,
Nice plug-in.
yep. Mexico. Old as when did you feel old, my friend?
Oh, that is a good question.
Are you old?
I mean, the only reason I feel old is mostly because other people tell me I'm old.
Really?
And I look at,
So who's telling you this?
mostly family. And then, when you're in the dating sphere
Yeah.
and, maybe you're talking to like a 19-year-old.
Why are we talking about?
Mexico talks to 19-year-olds. It's okay.
All right.
No, it's a thing.
That's the lowest I'll go.
Nice.
You live by a
He
high
has a
school
standard.
campus?
No, he has a standard. Okay, he doesn't go to 18.
So,
He goes to
Whoever
19.
gets off the bus.
Just the old bus.
As
Hey.
long as they're out of high school.
Yeah.
my rating is like a 7.5 on the awesome scale. I can still pull it off. But when you tell a girl your age, and she's like, "You're that old," I'm like, "How did this happen?"
You tell them you own a house and a car and you're in like Flint.
Yeah, you just got to say you have money.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Who cares? As long as you're not cashiering at Walmart.
God, thank gosh, I'm not doing that. I am so grateful that.
Okay, I did find out. You remember Jeremy Simmons?
Yeah.
Okay, I did just find out he proposed to his girlfriend who just graduated high school this year, and he was my young men's leader.
Oh my
So
gosh.
he's pushing probably mid-30s at least.
Those that don't know, Young Men's is a LDS program that happens in Utah. LDS is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. If you want to know more, LDS.org.
The Boy Scouts without the gay leaders.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Now,
let's
hey,
not
hey,
get
hey,
into
let's
that.
not talk about let's not talk about political
They might not
correctness.
have gay leaders, but apparently they have pedophiles.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, enough about that hard stuff. Go ahead.
Wait,
Sawyer,
What?
go. What were
Oh.
you talking about?
Old people.
How old was the guy?
He's like 36 right now.
36
and
to 19.
she just graduated high school, so she's 18
barely.
Mexico.
Yeah, that's he needs to be beaten up probably by the father of this
well,
poor girl.
He's stealing your turf, man. Where are the rest?
Yeah, you gotta find those girls.
Learn what he's doing and
copy it quick.
No, because the most awkward situation I think I've ever been in
Yeah.
was getting a girl's phone number, finding out like the next day when we met up that she was only like 17. And I was like, no, I am 24, 25 years old.
You're under a decade. Good.
I'll see you next year.
But next year, you're a hit.
No, not even.
Dude, check mark that thing.
Happy birthday!
Remember to date that number.
That's
Set a reminder on your phone. You're in.
So when was your birthday? Exact date, time, so I can...
I'll get you.
Just make sure she's not in history when you call her up.
Got a little black book going. Sawyer, oldest time, man. When did you? Do you even feel old? Sawyer is the. Are you the youngest, or is Mexico the youngest?
I was born in March.
May 90.
March 90.
So
May.
barely.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah.
Sawyer's younger.
No, yeah, Sawyer's younger.
Yeah,
Barely.
Can you count?
Well, I know. Alan and me were saying yeah. So this is the conversation me and Alan were
No,
having.
he's counting well because
No.
he's counting the last of his hairs.
Yeah.
The
We
last-
know how to
we
count, dirtbag. Me and
Come to us
Alan,
with arithmetic, and we're
Get some
spot on.
Rogaine.
we know what we're doing. Alan and me were just saying, this is the conversation. We were saying, yeah. So that's what we got out of that. Screw you. I know how to count. I know where I'm going.
Defensive.
I'm a
You're getting a
businessman.
little defensive right here, okay?
Anyways, when did you feel old?
It was probably when the eating was starting to get healthier. I started to go to the gym. Those gummy bears don't count.
Yeah, I was going to say,
There's gummy bears?
Sawyer comes to my house with a used bag of gummy bears
To
and
be
says,
fair,
"Here you go."
I didn't eat
As
those.
like it's just a gift of like.
People bring wine to a dinner. He brings a half-eaten gummy.
Yeah, it's
He's like, I got hungry on the way. Sorry.
Here's a half a bottle of the wine and some bread I munched on. That
be
is
fair,
like exactly what you're saying.
I didn't eat those. Other people did. They were just in my car, and I needed
So
to get them out.
you got them out of a garbage can, basically.
Pretty much.
My car is not a garbage can.
Well, if you've been half-eaten.
The back seat is, but this was in the front.
Yeah, I've seen your house.
Not my car. Anyways, but then like I've started going to the gym, and I hit pretty frequently. And the fact that as much as I go, the weight keeps going up,
Yeah.
and not down.
No, I'm starting to
I feel like-
experience that too.
Devin,
Oh.
No, I'm
That's a
thin.
lie.
I'm thin. But I'm getting to the point where my metabolism, like I'm at the dying age, right?
Yeah.
I'm 25, I'm falling apart now.
Yeah.
Pieces of my body are just breaking off. I'm a zombie, you know what I mean? That's what they tell you at
I
least.
didn't want to mention the bags under your eyes.
Like, especially here where I got hit by some jerk, you know? Anyways, so... Anyways, I'm just...
sorry. It was me. Mine was the back of the head.
No, yeah, that was on you. Sawyer and me, we had a love-hate relationship. We said this before.
Mostly
Okay.
for a long time.
For a long time. Love is coming.
Love is coming. That is the inspirational message for today. Love is coming.
Love is coming. God bless you all. All right. So you're getting fatter now.
Yeah, as much as I try not
As
to
much
be.
as you try not to be. I understand. It's going downhill for us all.
Well, if age is weight, then I'm nowhere near close.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're young in age of weight years.
I feel like I weigh as much as my wife. And she's petite. I'm not saying she's big. She's petite. A little creature, that is. It's like,
You are not helping any case.
I have not.
Yeah.
She won't listen to this. I know her.
It is true. She
Watch.
doesn't geek
She
out.
has-
She becomes an avid fan.
She has to get past the video game content. That's why we go with the video game in the beginning and the personal in the middle, because you really got to hide this stuff, you know?
Because if we talk about...
These are our deepest, darkest secrets, and some of us are a little more perverted than others. Sawyer. So, I mean, I don't know what we got to do here.
Fetishes aside, I'm pretty
Perverted,
normal.
hateful, violent.
Normal.
Abnormal.
That's why I'm the host.
If you're the normal one, we're all screwed.
No, and we are, and that's the problem. That's why we're here. We need to talk. We need to let it out. It's like AA.
AA for idiots.
Yeah, AAI. Alcoholics
Okay.
Anonymous
That's-
idiots. I'm sorry, that didn't work.
I just offended everybody.
Who haven't we offended?
Yeah.
We've offended women.
Yeah,
And blacks.
Jews,
Jews.
gays. We're doing
Who'd
well.
we
We're
miss?
doing good.
Gamers.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
Poor recovering alcoholic.
Yeah. That's the hardest one, especially. I feel bad about that. I'm sorry.
Not the others though. We're good.
Speaking of age, video game of your childhood. What is the video game that explains your childhood? What is the thing that pops up? What is that? Sawyer, let's start with you.
Which child are we talking? Like our little prepubescent childhood, or like
Your
We had multiple childhoods here.
Yeah, what the,
Your pre-pubescent childhood or your post-pubescent?
yeah. How many childhoods do you have? You're like breaking
then I
them off
can't-
every year.
Well, he's
I can't
living
go
with mom.
too
He's still
different.
in childhood.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's true. Sorry.
He
Yeah,
is the
I
basement
love
dweller of
mom,
this
okay?
group.
I'm in the attic.
He's moved
Does
into
that make it better? Does that make it better? I feel like
It
they
has
put
carpet.
weirdos in there.
The basement doesn't have carpet. Mine does.
That's a good point.
That's
Okay.
the only area in my house with carpet right now. Anyways, with brothers being here, I'm gonna say it's gonna be probably similar. But one of the games I remember that was probably one of my favorites was on the N64. I don't remember what it's called. You remember the game where you'd go and get in the cars and you kill all the bugs?
Body harvest.
Yeah,
That's
Body
the one.
Harvest. That was
That's-
sick, dude. I
And
love
Silicon Valley,
Yeah.
all these N64 classics.
that game.
Those were my childhood.
Yeah, Body Harvest was awesome. I like that one. I remember playing that with my dad.
Yeah.
That was a good one. 64, yeah.
That's an early bonding memory. That's
yeah,
gold.
that's an early one.
gold.
That's super old.
That
Because
is
my
old.
dad before, yeah, I don't know.
Video games bring the family together.
Yes.
That's true.
Anyways,
Alan,
I'll go for the cheap shot.
Cheap Shot.
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong
And
Country.
it wasn't because I owned it. It was because everybody else owned it, and I had to like freeload
Just
off
going
friends.
through it.
It's true. I remember threatening him like, "Hey man, I'm not playing with you anymore unless I get a turn on that machine."
Were you guys NES guys or Sega guys?
Sega.
Sega. See, me too. NES, Max? Or
Yeah,
Sega?
NES.
NES.
You rich
I
dude.
missed yeah, that's how I feel. I missed out on so many games.
All we got was Sonic.
I know. Pisses me off.
we had
That
Battletoads.
What was
and-
it?
Oh, Battle.
Ronald
So did
McDonald's.
NES. I had Battletoads and Double Dragon.
Shut up,
We did
Mexico.
too.
You rich man.
Yeah.
We had the McDonald's though.
Oh.
Don't forget about the McDonald's.
But they had Donkey Kong, and then they made
Yeah.
3 of them, and we had like Sonic with an extra cartridge, and we were
Donkey
blowing
Kong
them all day long.
had like a weird like claymation kind of thing. Like their graphics were kind of like clay. Remember everything was
Fantastic.
doing like claymation stuff.
and the music was
Claymate
good.
Fighters.
Yeah,
Did anyone
Claymate
play
Fighters.
that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played some of
That
that.
was worthy on Sega too. I'll
That
Yeah.
game was sick.
Yeah, yeah. That Donkey Kong is sick. I remember loving Donkey Kong. I would go to my grandma's and play that one.
Yep.
Grandma memory.
Taking turns, man.
Yeah.
Tap in.
Yeah.
Diddy pop up, man. Get it.
It was that and Duck Hunter and and all those.
Well, that's
you know, when I
old,
was young.
old.
Yeah, that's super old. But like that's what I remember at my grandma's. You know,
Yeah,
going to the NES, popping in crappy old things that I never had because I was a Sega kid.
Yeah.
You gotta plug the cartridge in the cartridge
Yeah,
for your expansion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was some good stuff. Mexico.
So we've had classic NES games, Donkey Kong. I think the first game I really remember, and this came out I think in '97,
Uh-huh.
was the original Resident Evil.
Ooh.
Ooh, I remember that.
And I
one.
just remember
Classy.
going crazy on that bad boy, and I was
Dude, yeah.
young at the time. I'm surprised I was able
Well,
allowed
that
to
makes
play
you like
that.
13. No, not even. That makes
Not
you like
even.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Super young. That's crazy, dude.
That, and of course Final Fantasy VII ruled my childhood.
Everyone talks about that game. Never played it.
You know what? I had an unfortunate event. I got to like disc 3 or 2,
Yeah.
broke on
and I saved wrong or something.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, there was no way of starting over.
No.
I think it was like 300 hours into the game.
Well,
at that
yeah,
point.
those
It was
Final
like, it's not
Fa-
happening.
What I remember of you guys when we were younger was Doc Hack, dude. And I got
Oh,
You're
like,
my
welcome.
goodness. I
You're
love
welcome.
that.
I got that now.
Really?
I'm
Like-
looking forward to playing it again.
The first game, I'll have to say, was amazing.
yeah.
Wait,
See,
you didn't
I
play
don't.
all 4?
No, I played the first and the second, and then I kind of just around.
Yeah.
And
See, I've
not
been trying to
happiness.
find the little anime series again. They have the one on Netflix. It's like I don't even know what it is.
But you have to get the disc if you want the original. Who has Netflix with the discs anymore? I
Yeah.
didn't play that game. It's all about that free stream, man.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. The dock hack, that's all I remember. And I was like, I have no idea what this game is or what it's about, but I do remember the name, and you're saying it's awesome, and that's
Yep. Oh,
dude, Resident Evil. And for Resident Evil, I didn't play that one like the original, but I played the GameCube one, and that was awesome, dude.
See, I just got the HD remaster for the Xbox One.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's a remaster of
the GameCube.
Yeah,
and I've just been like, nostalgia.
Oh, dude, it's
back
so
when you could
good.
only aim down or up.
Yeah,
if you want a headshot, you got to work for that crap.
And that's the thing; those games where it's hard to like do crap, that makes it freaking scarier. You know what I mean? Like. Yep. You're like, I can't aim this piece of crap gun, and I can't do anything, and I have a typewriter to save on. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like what it's about, to make it scary. You know, some of these instant saves and all this crap, you're like, you know,
carefree, where death actually mattered.
Yeah,
when it's like going to happen.
Yeah, when death is.
Where's my ink ribbon? Son of a.
Yeah,
I'm screwed.
Yeah, that's
literally.
The other thing.
I am screwed.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I have to manage my saves
because Resident Evil 4, you could just save at any time. But the other ones, it was like ink ribbons, and you're like, holy frick, dude, make it even harder for me. But that was awesome, dude. I loved that game. It was way good. For me. Nostalgia-wise, Halo is my favorite game.
Well, that's what brought us together.
Yeah, so Halo brought us together. It also brought me and my dad closer. So for me, that's the game. Sega-wise, that's what I grew up with. Here's a little stupid picture of me with holding my little Sega and being all happy. And I was like, I didn't even play this console that much. I feel like all I remember is Sonic in my head. And Earthworm Jim. Yeah.
Yep. Anybody who didn't play that game... Go find it, play it.
Yeah,
it's love it.
It's
I've
crazy.
Found it so many times free online. There's teasers for like Xbox One games versions, like remakes and stuff. It's ridiculous.
The remakes aren't worth it.
Yeah,
the original.
Go find the original copy.
Go to GOG.com and pay $2 and play it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It was fun. What I remember, and the stupid Dolphin game, Echo. Yeah. Just all those Sega games, you know. And the next memory I ever have is just like Nintendo stuff on 64, and that was like with all my buddies. You know, we played James Bond, yeah,
Gauntlet.
007 Gauntlet, yeah, dude, so many good Nintendo games. Like the 64 stuff, especially. Perfect Dark is what really brought my dad and me together with co-op stuff, and that's why I like that game a lot. Co-op, man. Anything that was co-op was really what I loved, and anything that brought multiplayer like crazy like that. We had these things called D parties, and that's basically how it really bloomed. It burst from a D party. That's our big bang.
I kind of wish we had a different name for it.
Yeah.
That sounds a little disturbing.
My name is Devin, right? So D. I don't know.
It was always at his house. His
yeah.
drug-infused basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to be fair, he had the Xbox, and we were across the street with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So we went and played Halo at his house.
Well, we had an Xbox eventually.
I switched you guys over. Sold you out.
And so then it was just easy to system link.
Yeah.
It was the hub.
True.
It was the hub.
And he's like the only parents that didn't care how late we stayed.
Yeah, because my parents would come down and play. At least my dad and my mom would hide.
Papa Moon, you are loved.
God bless you, sir.
Mama Moon was like Sasquatch. I don't even think I knew who she was for like the first 6 years I was in that house. I lived there.
Yeah, Mama Moon. Yeah, she's sneaky, but she's a good one. I mean, to put up with our crap,
She's a saint.
God bless your soul.
I don't know. Growing up in my house, I don't know how many times I got yelled at.
Yeah.
For being too loud.
Yeah, so we'd go to Mexico's houses sometime, and it'd be like, we got to be silent, like ninjas watching Celtics versus Lakers and stuff.
But they provided us IBC.
That's true. Mexico always had root beer on tap.
My mother is very nurturing in that. She likes to take care of people.
Yeah, she's a very kind soul.
Disturbing.
Shut up and drink your beer. That's real.
Now, that was my father.
Yeah.
You come near me, I will shoot you. He has said that to people before.
Yeah. He's a good man.
Try to give me a hug, and I will shoot you with my gun.
All right,
Fair
guys. That's an end of round 2. We will be coming back with some best of 2015 stuff that we want and all this other crap that we have to talk about because we're so wonderful. Thank you for listening so far. That's pretty impressive. That's it. back, everybody, to Brain Stew, the podcast where friends get together to talk about crap.
That you don't care about.
Exactly. We are now going to bring this question to you guys. Back to the Future. This is the year of Back to the Future, right? 2015, Back to the Future 2.
Oh, okay. Like so, movies. Like
movie-wise. Yeah. Okay, so movie-wise, Back to the Future 2. If you guys don't know, Marty McFly comes back to the future.
Right.
Which is 2015, which is now. And the things that are from the future, basically, are, hoverboards.
Every nerd's fantasy.
You got the shoelaces that tie themselves, all these crappy things, right?
Fluorescence everywhere.
Tons of neon.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, what do you want? So what future gadget would you guys want in this world, in our world? And... it doesn't have to be Back to the Future, but
okay.
If there is a Back to the Future thing you guys can think of that you want, there you go.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Anybody?
I'm still kind of stuck. How do you go back to a future you've never been to?
See, that's the question. Because the other one's not even back to... it's Back to the Past or Back to the Future.
But it does go back to the future.
That's true.
It's about how he gets back to the future.
That's true. The
back.
second one is Back to the Past, Back to the Future. No. Back to the Past. Back to the Future, Back to the Future. And the next one is Back to the Past.
With the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Ah.
To the future. So it all comes back to the future. I hope that, we explained that pretty well. That's very good.
Right.
Yeah. For me, I'm not sure, man. What in the heck gadget would I want? The hoverboard, so they have hoverboards now, right?
Right.
You guys seen them. That hoverboard's lame. I don't know if you guys have seen that hoverboard. It has to be on like a certain magnet thing, and then it works. I want like the real pink hoverboard from Back to the Future, man. Although I don't skateboard, so I don't know what I'd do with it. Mexico would have more use with it than me.
I haven't skated in years.
He doesn't skate at all.
I almost think he just carried it around unless it was time to go down a hill.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. Did you ever use that skateboard?
I used it.
I know you came down a hill, and that's about all I remember.
No, I avoided hills because rocks.
Oh.
Tiny little rocks and you hit.
That's why you got a longboard.
Well, I couldn't afford a longboard, could I?
Not spending $3,000 a month on video games.
If I ever made that much money a month. Back then.
If I had, out of all the Back to the Future stuff, I would definitely take the DeLorean. First of all, it looks sick. It's ugly. It's an ugly car, but it's kind of cool. I used to have like this nasty Civic that looked similar to it. It was like silver and just crappy.
The Winchester.
The Winchester, as we all know. Named after the bar out of Shaun of the Dead.
Classic.
Make sure you clarify that. I don't want no supernatural Wincesters in on this.
Oh, dear gosh. I don't even know what that is, but I'm glad you know, because if they knew, it'd be gross. No offense. Supernatural might be good. We can't offend these people. No. These are our people.
Yes, we can. We probably don't like them very much. Let's be honest.
If you're all about like incest between characters, like they even do it with Frozen.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you've stepped
over
that.
Okay, stop.
No more talking for you.
Oh my gosh, we go around one corner. We're talking about the future.
Anyways, there's one subject we don't cover.
We have morals, sir.
Game of Thrones?
No.
That's in a different context. Let's leave that for another day.
Anyways, Back to the Future.
So I would take the car, and I would go back, not to the future, but to different places. You could go anywhere in time, man. I don't know what I would...
Asian buffet was still good?
Exactly. When Asian buffet was still good. There's this Chinese place we go to that is crap. It is... Yeah. It is crap. It has gotten better, but... No, it hasn't gotten better. It was good at one time. Me and Alan, we would skip school and go to this Asian buffet.
Yeah.
And now, it's crap. It's just garbage.
Who doesn't skip school to go to a buffet?
Well... I don't know.
Skinny people.
Our listeners probably don't go to school at all.
Anyone with a 4.0. So that would be mine. I would take the car, but I would change it so it's, I don't know.
Shoot.
Yeah, it's...
I don't think I want the future.
Yeah. That's true. If you go too far in the future, maybe it's just,
Can I go back to the past?
Yeah.
What if you go too far in the future and you don't exist anymore?
What are you talking about? Technically, if you went to the future, you still exist.
You would exist. It's just in a different timeline. And this is the problem with these timelines.
We're bending time.
Einstein crap. We got 4.0s in this room. None of us. None.
I don't even remember school. That's how much I missed it.
Sawyer, anything?
Okay, so Back to the Future, I got nothing. The one thing I really want, and if any of you are techie and nerdy enough to actually do this, write a good payroll program so I don't have to suffer with this thing that looks like it was written in the early, like, maybe late 90s. We'll go late 90s. And, like, have all these bugs and glitches. Make something. And you can make so much money. That's what I want.
That's the point. So I worked at a bank for, like, a day, because that's just how I do with places, right? So I worked for a bank for like a day, and this
good honest effort.
This thing, man, like the system they were working with was like out of the 80s or the 90s. Like it's green screen. It's like
MS DOS.
Yeah, you're like
floppy disk.
Still running on
come on, computer, work.
Play an Oregon Trail on your break.
Yeah. We need to get these.
Kevin died of
How is it these money systems are so old? Like, who are we paying for? Like, we got this and we got this. Our banks are running off ancient technology.
I'm thinking it's because anyone who wants to learn the law to actually write into the program doesn't have enough time to write the program.
Yeah, so it's just this one guy a long time ago made a really bad Windows program.
And it's stuck. And supposedly, I've looked around, this is the best that we're using in this, like, it's so old and ghetto. I wrote things back in high school in programming class that looked more sleek and like up to date than this.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrible.
Yeah. No thanks.
The plights of the accountant.
It's a really hard life.
Anyways, that's what I want.
Alan, you got anything?
Man, no. In fact, I'm afraid of the future.
Afraid of the future.
I don't want any of that crap.
Dude.
I'm going back to the Wild West. You walk on my property, I want the ability to shoot you where you stand.
You're an old Republican soul.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I pick and choose what I like.
Nice. I gotcha. Mexico, did you come up with anything?
You know, changing Back to the Future, I think I would go with something like Fallout 3.
Oh.
Being able to change my kids' faces.
Whoa!
Kind of like a gene splice and...
So Mexico's real
doing that. I saw that on the news.
Yeah, they are. And Mexico is afraid of his child
like
looking really ugly.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good possibility.
You're a beautiful man, Mexico. Don't put yourself
Let
down.
it be shown for the record that I have a full head of beautiful hair.
Well, this is taking a low blow.
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Said by the man who just called me an ugly son of a...
I didn't say you were ugly. I said you're probably pulling some ugly tail.
Just saying your children.
Oh, that's a low blow.
That's even
below
worse.
The belt.
Well, it's hard to discuss these things because it's hard to judge a girl before she's actually an adult.
Oh, I am not Sawyer's old corn president, okay? I'm not some 35-year-old showing for 17-year-old.
You're a couple of years off, and then you'll be that guy.
But is anyone reminded of the janitor in Scrubs, where he makes the reference to where he wants a kid with gills?
Not like gills. I think I'd create like...
So what would you do with their face? What would you make?
Ooh, the elephant kid.
Oh man, you're gonna make an elephant kid. Like elephantitis or with an elephant?
Well, I'd probably do like,
another Brad Pitt, invest some money into that.
Dude,
maybe. I was thinking of like my favorite, characters.
Oh.
And just be like...
Let's name them off.
I'll name you Richard Castle, and you can be Sean from Shaun of the Dead.
Richard Castle? Are you serious?
He's like a man crush. I like Nathan Fillion, okay? Firefly, fine. Captain Mal.
That's a lot better.
I will name you Malcolm Reynolds. Do I appease the Allen?
Is that better?
No, it doesn't.
You don't like any Nathan
In fact,
Fillion.
you almost ruined Firefly for
All
me.
you gotta do...
he was kind of bad.
Let's see.
He's terrible. Nice guy, I'm
Dr.
sure.
Strangelove. Is that better?
Captain Hammer?
Yeah, Captain Hammer. Is that better?
No, he almost ruined that for me too.
I think you like these shows.
I like the show. I hate the Nathan guy.
Screw this.
Screw this. Fine.
We don't appease Alan. He hates everything.
Let's see. If I made a beautiful face, I'm trying to think.
Well,
like, they don't have to be beautiful.
That's true.
That's
You
the
can
only
make
problem.
any
I
face.
just want them to look like that person so I can instill that person's, like, Simon Pegg's humor
That's
into
true.
my child.
You would make sure that they would
would be
watch
British.
those shows. You would send them off to different schools. Here's a British school, and here's a backwards hick school. These are all for you.
That's why I'm not married yet. You want to do what with our future children? Splice their genes so they look like famous people.
What's wrong with that?
Like, special abilities. You want to just... I want him to look like Nathan Fillion.
See, me and my wife, we're worried about ugly kids, and what are we going to do when we have an ugly kid? You gotta...
Let's
Old school it.
You
Just
have
throw them into the pit if
fantastic
they're
genes.
weak.
Well, we have good genes. We do have good genes. I have some, yeah. But... just in case. Because, sometimes you get the good lookings together and you see their kid and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And you're like, where'd you come
Seinfeld
from?
mishap.
Yeah.
Oh, that baby's so cute.
And everyone's saying it's so cute. And that is an ugly baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried
because
about this.
most babies are in it.
Well, yeah, most babies are ugly.
That's an ugly thing.
They
man.
all look like
Malproportioned
little aliens.
Well, they all look the same, and yeah, they're all
But once they
mushy.
hit, like, toddler,
Then you start getting something more.
it's like,
You're like, there's something
that
there.
baby could be a
Then
model.
they're too loud anyways, and you don't want them around.
Well, here's the problem with this splicing thing. It's
Dip your
not
finger in some
this
whiskey.
new splicing stuff.
There you go.
The baby comes out, right?
Right.
And then the baby's just a baby. I mean, all babies look the same. So how do you know the splicing worked until like 2 years later? And maybe they have like you have a guarantee until 1 year that this baby will look. And then, it's like when you buy a new computer, you're like, oh, I got the 1 year thing. We're good. Yeah. It doesn't break until the year, a year after.
So basically, my adult children are just going to melt and just be deformed.
Environmental effects,
Yeah.
it's no longer on the creator.
I think it'd be fun to be like, like splice it into like a Picasso.
Yeah. Oh, that's a little twisted, man.
But it'd be original. They would make
original.
movies about
the
that guy.
Picasso Kid. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What a sick name. Picasso Kid. He could go around like an old Western. Picasso Kid.
And get arrested.
I'm all about that. I'm all about
He'll meet the best.
My family loves
He'll be
Halloween.
rich.
He'll be rich.
Be nurtured right into the clan. We'll
Yeah.
portray him every 31st. He gets to see daylight.
Come right out of that cave or basement. He'll be beautiful. Attic.
Well,
By the way,
maybe he
by
can be
the
somebody
way.
like the Goonies.
Sloth.
Yeah.
Chunky like Baby Ruth.
Oh my God. And everyone loves sloth. Huh? Who doesn't like sloth?
And there's probably chicks with fetishes. He's probably got the hottest wife on the planet.
No,
they'll have
that's the
normal,
point.
beautiful children.
He's gonna be a billionaire with his Picasso face, and he's gonna get that hot wife.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking
Just
about.
because he's rich.
Danny DeVito.
Just
the
'cause
guy's
he's
a little
rich.
troll.
Just 'cause
and
he's
he's
rich.
everything.
Well, exactly.
And I love the man. And
No, yeah. But if a troll
gets real
can
freaky
get
with
women,
it.
there you
He
go.
gets
I'm
real
just
freaky.
saying. So that's what I would do. Well, I mean, with my Picasso baby. Or something.
Gene splicing. It just
Gene
sounds like
splicing.
it could be fun.
Yeah. That's a being like God, that sounds good, right, Mexico?
a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll just see what we get. And
Yeah, but
try
then you
to
got to end up with like were sheep and something fun like that too. I mean, come on.
That's true. You gotta mix things up. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many options you can do with splicing.
Like that. Remember the New Zealand black sheep?
No, let's not talk about that.
That kind of were
That
sheep.
movie
the
was
movie.
disturbing.
No,
So
if I was
stupid.
a wear sheep, though, I wouldn't have to wear shirts. You just kind of like
That's
weave
true.
Your body hair. And
Yeah.
like
You would
woolen
be
clothing on.
just a nice white cotton,
That's pretty convenient. You
Yeah.
could splice
a nice
that
wool.
and solve the clothing problem for the rest of the world.
That's a good point. Cotton,
See, there we go.
cotton or wool shirts for the rest of your life.
But do we want to advance, humankind? Is that what we're trying to do here? I thought we were opposite.
Well, if you
You're
pick
wanting
your
to
kid, you're gonna
clone.
make a
If
sheep
we
man.
can get the brain stew together and we make something good in this world, then darn it, we're gonna do it, Mexico. We don't have time
well,
for
we
this.
haven't done it yet.
Let's face
Future
it, we're all
looks bleak.
talk anyways. None of us can really do anything in real life.
That's because we're
That's true.
That's why we
That's why
spend
we
our
have
time
a
doing this.
podcast. Yeah.
we're 4 dudes in the basement.
Yeah. White walls, white lights.
Pretty sure someone's standing outside the door ready to murder me.
Probably. It's most likely possible.
It's the leprechaun, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, the leprechaun. All right. So we're going to end with a segment called the Very Late Video Game Review. Or Very Late Review. I mean, it doesn't have to be video games. So the Very Late Review. So basically, we're poor. We're not going to get video games before they come out or see movies before they come out. So we can't give you a decent review until after, right? Today's review is an Xbox classic, at least for us. It's called Kung Fu Panda.
Chaos.
No, Kung Fu Chaos. Kung Fu Panda is a movie. I can review that for you as well. There's a bear, Jack Black.
Skadoosh.
Man, I totally... Yeah, that explains the whole movie.
That's all you need
Just
to know.
all you need to know is Skadoosh. Kung Fu Chaos. Different. Totally different. Thank you, Alan.
You're welcome.
I'm an awful host. So, Kung Fu Chaos.
Seppuku.
So, to give some history to this game, we went to Hollywood Video
Back in the good
when
old
they
days.
actually had
Existing
Hollywood
back in the
Videos,
good
not
old
red
days.
boxes. How lame. So we went to Hollywood
Kids
Video.
don't know how lucky you are.
We go in and we see this crappy looking Kung Fu game, and these characters are like cartoony, big eyes, big heads, really cheesy looking, right? And
Really Asian stereotypical.
yeah, really Asian stereotype.
Very manga-esque.
Yeah, very Asian stereotype. And we're like, hey, this might be good. Pop it in. It's a party game. It's similar to like Smash Brothers, but you're in like movie sets that move.
Yeah, like you're in an Asian Japanese like action movie,
Yeah,
and it's a melee. It's a free for all.
yeah.
You pick these random absurd characters, like the like what is it? They have the ghetto black chick from the '70s with like two slick shooters, like she's straight from Shaft.
Yeah.
The fast
Fighting-
sumo wrestler,
Fighting the
Wonton,
sumo,
Yeah.
fighting the sumo.
and the monkey.
The white like
Ninja.
WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
You just going at it free for all, knocking each other off ledges, throwing things. It was a blast.
It was good. Yeah, it's really fun. It's all about tossing people off the cliff, and that's just like Smash Brothers exactly. And it's just a little more cheesier. The fighting is definitely not as good. It's really crappy, but it works with it. Like it's crappy, but they're playing that this is a crappy movie set, so it's campy and cheesy.
Yeah.
And it has those dumb mini games like you would toss the princess
Oh,
at the
Toss
other
the princess.
person. Toss the princess. So
Oh,
you're on these
gosh.
4 pillars, and you're tossing this princess to knock off your other teammates. You're like laughing and swearing, and you're like just trying to dodge this stupid princess that's fat and laughing or
Like hot potato.
screaming. Yeah, like hot
With the
potato.
stupid princess.
With the stupid princess.
Crying like a baby.
So good.
Well,
And
then
then-
they do the recap too after
the
every
recap.
match.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch it on film
Yeah.
with the cheesy little special effects as if it's a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
With the kung fu fighting theme song.
Yeah.
Or Enter the Dragon. There was,
True.
the soundtrack to that game was actually pretty
Yeah.
good if you were a
Yeah.
fan
Awesome
of the
one.
old school
Yeah.
martial arts films.
It's true, and that like you would have classic things. You would toss people through walls or throw them off, like bar edges, and buildings would open up. Titanic was great.
Yeah.
You're on Titanic. You're literally on Titanic. How insensitive these poor old Titanic people are probably like, they're making fun of us, but
Oh, and there's one sliding off the boat.
yeah, these cardboard cutouts are sliding off. Titanic breaks. You're throwing things. It's so fun. Yeah, it's not like a game that you're gonna like. I mean, let's give it some crap here, right? It's not
Well,
a
I'm not
game.
gonna play it by myself.
No, it's not a game you're
Ever.
playing by yourself ever. No.
It is a party game.
Yeah, party
if you
game.
play it by yourself, you need to reevaluate
This is a
your
game
life.
that you would put with like Mario Party, like.
Scrabble.
Yeah, you take it out on occasion. There's no words involved, except you yell at people to like gain points or something.
Well, they do grunts. Oh,
Yeah,
A special attack.
Yeah, special attacks.
That's how you unleash
Yeah.
the special.
So, I mean, it's not a game that you're going to play alone. But if you have a group of 4 idiots like us, get together and play this game. It's probably somewhere on Amazon because it's nowhere else in the free world because no one has that game.
Everybody knows somebody with that game, though.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think
I've
it's
not
I
met
don't
anyone
think
outside of
anybody-
us.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody, but
Who are you
maybe.
communicating with?
I guess I need to change my whole reevaluate my own life right here.
You better.
Who do I know?
So you better. I mean, I thought we were your only friends. So I don't know, man. Yeah, it's a good game. I'd give it a solid. I don't know if we have a rating system.
We don't. It's just whatever the heck we
want,
right?
1 through 10, I would say...
For today.
Well, it
2
depends
bananas.
on the hour of the night.
Yeah, it depends on the hour of the night. If it's late at night with your friends, a 10. If it's not late at night and you're alone, a 4.
I might even drop
3.
to a
3. Yeah, down to a 3. So there's the variation. It's really bad, but it's really good at really good times of the night, right? So
it's one of those games you play for half an hour, and that's your fill for like the next 2-3 years.
Yeah,
I don't know. We've spent hours on that game though.
Sometimes
we unlocked the characters and everything.
So it's like a solid 3 to 10.
If it's your first playthrough, if it's your first playthrough,
with 4
other idiots,
yeah,
it's
a good 10. If it's a repeat and you're still playing it and you think it's a 10, there might be a problem with it.
Now we need to go test this out.
Yeah, seriously. So
who's got an Xbox?
Yeah, that's the problem. Good luck finding an Xbox. Oh, never mind. We got one.
Okay.
So he's that guy. I guess we all do know something.
Yeah, we do.
I hang on to my junk. I'm
There's
sorry.
there's
storage. I can't.
So this has been Brain Stew on behalf of Mexico, or Dustin, Alan, and Sawyer, and myself, Devin.
And the Sasquatch.
Thanks for listening. And also, shout out to Mitch. We miss you. Hopefully, you listen to this and feel happy. Mitch is an old friend of ours. We have a chair somewhere around here.
We'll give him a bed.
It's my lap.
We got him a bed. We're waiting for you to come and talk with us as well. So, thanks for listening to Brain Stew, a show about basically nothing, but that's Seinfeld's tagline. So, Brain Stew, a show about for idiots getting together to enjoy their conversation, I guess.
Idiots.
That's almost Seinfeld right there,
yeah. Probably still in it. If you guys want to support us on Patreon. You can do it by $1. We're going to give you guys some cool stuff once we figure all that garbage out. Mexico's showing his leg. I don't know what that's about. Actually, I do, but we won't talk about it. We'll get to it later. So support us on Patreon if you want for $1. That will make us actually want to come together and pays for gas and all the things that we need to make this better and sound better and do better things for you guys, and make it whatever. But if you don't want to support us, whatever, just listen it to free on iTunes, and also that should do her. And that is it. Thank you. Bye.